Welcome to class 9 online bio classes. After 2 weeks long gap, once again we are starting or continuing with the same topic, chapter 3, that is flower. In the previous class already I had said about what is a flower. Once again I will remind you, flower is a modified shoot in which nodes and internodes are highly condensed, and flower is the most attractive part of the plant. It is the flower which helps to bring about formation of fruits and seeds. It is the flower which is the reproductive part of the plant, and flower consists of 4 main parts or walls. What are they? The 4 walls of the flower, that is layers, are calyx, number 1, then number 2 corolla, the attractive part, number 3 androecium, which is the male part of the flower, and finally we have the 4th part, that is the female part of the flower, which is known as Ganesha. So first we have to study about calyx. Calyx is the outermost wall of the flower. It is made up of green leaf-like structures called sepals. So unit of calyx is sepals. Okay, and since sepals are green in color, they contain chlorophyll. They can help in the process of photosynthesis, and it is the outermost layer of the flower, so it gives protection to the flower in its bud stage. So these are the 2 functions. Number 1, photosynthesis. Number 2, protection. The second layer of the flower is corolla. But some terms are there which are related with sepals, like gamosepalous. If all the leaves or the sepals are united together, like if a leaf is united, they are fused with each other, all the leaves are attached with each other, then it is called gamosepalous. Gamo means united. Okay, like in some flowers you will find that the sepals are attached with each other, whereas in the other flowers you will get that the sepals are free from each other, like this. They are not attached with each other. Such a condition of sepals in which they remain free from each other is called polysepalous. Polysepalous. Okay, so gamo means united, poly means free. When the sepals remains free, they are called polysepalous. When the sepals remain united, it is called gamosepalous. Now in some flowers, generally what is the color of flowers? Green. You will find that the sepals are colorful. Such colored sepals are known as petaloids. So if the term petaloids is asked, like in Bogan, petaloids, as you can give one example, gulmohar. In the gulmohar flower, petaloids means colored sepals. So in simple words you can learn, colored sepals are called petaloids. Example also, gulmohar you can write. Okay. So next one is the petals. What is the main function of calyx? Already I said, to protect the flower, and it is enclosed by calyx and it separates them. Now next one is corolla. In your book one correction is there, I will say, you will do the correction. Now second one is corolla. What is corolla? The second wall of the flower is called corolla, and it is made up of brightly colored petals. The unit of corolla is petals. Like if you see the flower, the colorful leaves are called petals. It may be 2 to 5 or more than that. Now again, in case of petals also, there are 2 conditions. If the petals are free, it is called polypetalous. That is mentioned in your book, you do correction. The word is, the petals are of different shape and size, and sometimes they are absent also. The petals of some flower, the word is used sepaloid, sepaloid. So what is sepaloid? It is the name of petals. What type of petals? The petals which are green in color are called sepaloid petals. Okay, so here you can write, green petals are known as sepaloid petals. Okay, and colorful sepals are known as petaloids. Okay, so sepals generally remain green in color, But if they are colorful, it is called petaloid. Similarly, petals are colorful, but if they remain green in color, it is called sepaloid petals. Got it? Now, if they are united, it is called gamosepalous. So, in case of petals also, if they are united, it is called gamopetalous. P-E-T-A-L-O-U-S. Similarly, if the petals remain free, they are called polypetalous. Only the word will be changed. Instead of polysepalous, polypetalous will be there. Okay? Now, next one is, what is the function of petals? Since petals are of different color, it will attract the insects for pollination. And it is the petals which helps to, which has different type of fragrance also. As you can see, we smell the flower. So, it's because of the petals which are brightly colored, as well as they have different types of fragrance. So, main function is to attract the insects for pollination. Now, next one, we have the third part of the flower, which is called the male part of the flower. It is known as endoecium, and its unit is stamens. So, stamens are the units of endoecium, and each stamen consists of a bilobed anther. These two are the anthers, and a long filament. This stalk is called filament, F-I-L-A-M-E-N-T, and these two are called anther, bilobed anther. So, in one stamen, or each stamen consists of a bilobed anther that contain anther lobes, in which the pollen sacs are present, which is filled with pollen grains. Okay. So these are 4 pollen sacs. Each anther lobe contains 2 pollen sacs, and they are filled inside with the help of, they are filled with the pollen grains. And what are pollen grains? They are the male reproductive cells. Understood? The male gametes are called pollens. And what is filament? The stalk of anther is called filament. Okay. So now next, what is the function of endoecium? The function of endoecium, which is a collection of stamens, is to produce the male gamete called the pollens. Okay. So male gametes called pollens are produced inside the stamens. Now, what I told you to do the correction is on page 27, like the sepals, when petals are separated from each other, they are called polypetalous. Okay, like petals, if they are separate from each other, they are called polypetalous. And if they are united, they are known as gamopetalous. Already is correct. Now next is, what are the functions? The anther produces pollen grains, which are the male gametes. Now, and stamens may either remain free or it may be united. Like if all the stamens, suppose this is one stamen, if many stamens are there, I am giving one example, like this one stamen, two stamen, this is third stamen. If they all are fused together, their filaments are fused to form only one bundle, it is called monoadelphous. What is the word used? Mona means single, mono means single, so monoadelphous, A-D-E-L-P-H-O-U-S. So what is monoadelphous? Monoadelphous is the condition in which the filaments of different stamens are fused together to form one group. Okay. Example, in China rose, the stamens are united in one group, and the fusion of their filaments and the anthers being free. So only the filaments are fused, you can see, all the anthers remains free. So when you write the definition of monoadelphous stamen, you write that a stamen in which all the filaments are fused and their anthers are free, this upper part is called anther. So if anther remains free from each other, but only their filaments are fused, such a stamen is called monoadelphous stamen. Understood? Now next one is diadelphous stamen. Diadelphous means the stamens are united to form two groups. Like here is one stamen, okay, one, and the rest, all 9 stamens are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 are making one group, one bundle, and one is separate. It is called 9 plus 1 arrangement. 9 united and one is free. One is free. So since they are making two bundles, so that's why it is called diadelphous. Di means two. So stamens are united in two bundles by the fusion of their filaments and their anthers are free. Example you can find this one, diadelphous condition also in flowers. Then comes polyadelphous. Poly means when the stamens are united and they form different bundles, more than two. Like here 2 bundles are formed, here only 1 bundle of filaments is there, here 2 bundles of filaments is there. If more than 2 filament bundles are there, the stamens are united in many bundles by the fusion of their filaments and the anthers are free. Example, it is found in lemon. Lemon is the plant in which you will get polyadelphous types of stamen. Okay. Now next we have to do is the female part of the flower, that is gynoecium. Okay. Now next we have to study the 4th word of the flower, that is gynoecium or the female part of the flower. Okay. Gynoecium or the female part of the flower is the central part of the flower, and it is made up of many smaller parts which are called carpels or also known as pistils. Carpels or pistils. Each carpel, it is made up of a group of carpels or pistils. Now each carpel or pistil, I will draw the diagram of one of them. It consists of a very big stigma, then a long filament which is called style, and finally we have the ovary, swollen at the base. So ovary contains the ovule inside that changes or develops into seeds. So this one is stigma, the one which receives the pollen grains, broad, flat, sticky. Okay, and this one the long style through which the pollen tube will enter inside the embryo sac, and this one is the ovule. This one is the ovary, I will write first. Okay, inside the ovary this part is known as ovule, and the ovule is attached with the ovary with the help of a structure called placenta. So you can find that gynoecium is the female part of the flower. It is made up of many carpels or pistil. Each carpel or pistil consists of 3 parts: stigma, style and ovary. Okay. Now next, that important part you have to learn, what is placenta? What is the function of this carpels or pistil? The function is to produce the female gamete which is known as egg. The female gamete or the egg is produced inside the ovary, and after fertilization this ovary develops into fruit, changes into fruit in the future, and this ovule develops into seeds. Okay, they are the future seeds and the future fruits. Now next is, what is placenta? Placenta is that part of the ovary in which ovary is attached with the ovules. Now the pistil may be simple if it is made up of only one carpel, like only one carpel is there, such a pistil is called simple carpel. If made up of more than 2 carpels, 2 or more carpels, it is called compound pistil. Okay. When the carpels are free, like in lotus as well as in rose, the pistil is called apocarpus. But if they are fused, like this one is one pistil, this one is another pistil, okay, and they are fused with each other, their ovary part is fused with each other. So such a carpel in which the ovary is fused, they are called syncarpous ovary. Okay, syncarpous means fused. Like pea and beans have only one or single carpel. Such a ovary, like the ovary which contains a single carpel, like this is the ovary, only one carpel is there inside, only one ovule is there. Such carpel is called, the name is given monocarpellary. So if asked what is mono means, wherever the prefix mono is used means you can understand one or single. And carpellary means such a ovary which contains a single ovule. One ovule. A carpel that contains only one, such a ovary which contains only one carpel is called monocarpellary. A ovary which contains 2 carpels is called, or 2 or more than 2 is called polycarpellary. So poly means more than 2, carpellary. Understood the difference between monocarpellary means a ovary with a single carpel, ovary with more than 2 carpels. So if you have to define what is carpellary ovary with more than 2 carpels. More than 2 carpels, okay, is called polycarpellary. Got it? Now next, depending on the position of ovary in the flower, means where the ovary is located, flowers are of 3 types. I will just write what are they and how to define them. Hypogynous, perigynous and epigynous. So one by one we will study about all the 3 types of ovary. Number 1 is hypogynous. Ovary are of 3 types. What are they? First one, hypogynous. Hypo means less, gynous. Okay, so hypogynous definition is ovary is below the other, ovary is attached above the other 3 walls. Such a ovary is also called superior ovary. So other name of hypogynous is superior ovary. Now look, like this you have to understand. Superior ovary means ovary is located at the top. Now calyx, corolla, everything is located below it only. Corolla, endometrium, they all are present down. This position of ovary is at the top. Such a ovary is called superior ovary. Understood? And why it is called hypogynous? Hypo means below, gynous means the female part. So below the female part, all the 3 walls of the flower are present. That's why it is called hypogynous. Okay? Now next one is epigynous. The second term which is used, epigynous. What is the meaning of epigynous? Like here it is called superior ovary. It is also known as inferior ovary. So you can understand the meaning. Inferior ovary means in this case, that is in epigynous, ovary is located below all the 3 walls. Like calyx is present. Okay. Then corolla is also present. Endometrium is there, that is the male part, and ovary is down here, below all the 3 parts. It is called epigynous. So ovary is attached below other 3 walls. Such a ovary is called inferior ovary. Means inferior means downward. Ovary position is down and the position of rest all 3 floral parts are above. So such ovary is called inferior. If ovary is located on the top, like this is the ovary, and rest all floral parts are below it, such a ovary is called superior ovary, because ovary is on the top, here ovary is at the bottom of all the 3 parts. Then comes perigynous. Ovary is surrounded by a cup-shaped receptacle and the other 3 walls sprout from the rim of the receptacle. Means neither inferior nor superior. Means ovary is located here and from this rim all the 3 parts are present. Like calyx is present, corolla is there, endometrium is there. Okay. So means all are present from this rim only. So ovary is neither located above, neither it is located down. It is almost in the same length. So that's why the word is called half inferior ovary. Okay. Now what is unisexual flower? A flower in which the reproductive wall means either calyx or corolla is present. Sorry, either male part, that is stamen, or the female part, that is carpel, is present, is called unisexual flower or imperfect flower, like papaya. And what is a bisexual or hermaphrodite flower? A flower in which both the male part, that is stamens or endometrium, and the female part, that is pistil or carpel, also known as Ganesha, is present, is called hermaphrodite flower. Like China rose, tomato, brinjal, they are bisexual flowers. Now a flower that has neither the male part nor the female part, that is neither endometrium is present nor Ganesha is present, is called neutral flower. Example, the ray florets of sunflower. Okay. Now next, the last topic we have, inflorescence. After that, placentation. What is inflorescence? A group of flowers is called inflorescence. Okay, so definition, the flowers are born single or in clusters. When the flowers occur single, they are called solitary flowers. Like here I am drawing one flower. So that is solitary flower. Now I am drawing a group of flowers. Here also many flowers are present. So such a group of flowers is called inflorescence. Okay, and the stalk of the solitary flower, like if you have drawn a single flower here, its stalk, this one is called pedicel. Now once you take a group of flowers, like here also flower is there, here also flower is there, so now this stalk is known as peduncle. So stalk of inflorescence is called peduncle. P-E-D-U-N-C-L-E. So difference between pedicel and peduncle understood? Stalk of flower, a single flower, is called pedicel, whereas stalk of inflorescence is called peduncle. Got it? Now next, solitary terminal. Solitary flowers are of two types. Solitary terminal means burn at the tip of the main stem or its branches. Like this is the main stem, so here it is present, a flower. Or at the tip of the branch, here it is present. Such type of flower is called solitary terminal. Okay, terminal means last part. I'll rub this one so that you can understand. Solitary terminal. Now next one is solitary axillary. Solitary axillary means this is the main stem that ends in a flower. Now from here the branches arises. This branch further arises into 2-3 parts, and each of them terminates or ends in a flower. And then their side branches also terminates in a flower. Such type of inflorescence is called solitary axillary. Axillary means in the side. Angle between stem and the leaf is called axillary. This is called axil. A-X-I-L. So what is axil? The angle between the leaf and the stem is called axil. So such type of floral arrangement is called solitary axillary. Solitary means single. Only one flower is present. In each case you can see one flower. Axillary. A-X-I-L-L-A-R-Y. And this one is called solitary terminal. Terminal means it is only present at the tip of the main branch, main stem or the branches. Only one flower is present. Got it? Now, the arrangement of flowers on the floral axis. This is called the floral axis. And the way the flowers are arranged on it is called inflorescence. So what is the definition of inflorescence? The arrangement of flower on the floral axis is called inflorescence. Now depending on whether the apex gets converted, apex means the tip gets converted into a flower or not, there are two types of inflorescence. What are they? Racemose and cymose. So what are the names of two types of inflorescence? Racemose and cymose. Okay. Inflorescence are of two types. Number one is racemose and number two is cymose. Okay, first one is racemose inflorescence. The main axis continue to grow and the flowers are borne laterally in acropetal succession. Acropetal succession means the lower flowers which are present is more older than the upper flower. In a systematic manner they are arranged. Okay, this is the example of racemose inflorescence. Okay, but whereas in cymose inflorescence, what happens? The flowers are borne laterally in acropetal succession. In racemose, the flowers are borne laterally in acropetal succession. In cymose, the flowers are borne in a basipetal succession. Like the main axis ends, this diagram I have drawn. So same diagram like this only you can draw here also. This is called basipetal succession. So this is the diagram for cymose inflorescence. Okay. So what is the difference between racemose and cymose inflorescence? Racemose flower inflorescence is the one in which the main axis terminates in a flower and the flowers are borne in acropetal succession. Acropetal succession. Okay, and here in cymose inflorescence the flowers are borne in axillary position and the flowers are arranged in basipetal succession. Basipetal succession. Okay. Now last one we have the placentation. What is placentation? How many types of placentation are there? After that question answers. So what is placenta? It is a tissue that develops on the margin of carpels along their whole line of union called suture or the apex. So manner in which the placenta is distributed in the ovary is called placentation. So we can also define arrangement of placenta in the ovary is called placentation. Okay. So as a rule, the origin of ovule or a group of ovules determine the position of placenta. Means where is ovule present or where are the groups of ovule there. Accordingly, the type of placentation is determined. And in your book you can see the 5 different types of placentation are marginal placentation. In pea flower it is found. Second one is exile placentation found in tomato. Third one is parietal placentation found in mustard. Basal placentation found in sunflower, and free central placentation which is found in primrose. And the diagram of each one is given in the book. Those who have the book, as homework what you can do, you can draw all these different types of placentation as well as the types of inflorescence diagram also. Figure 3.9 and 3.10. Okay. Now section exercises are there, that also you can do as homework, and review questions are there, I will discuss. Okay, so first let's complete that section exercise. Number 1, calyx and corolla are parts of dash walls. What is the part? Essential walls and reproductive walls. 2 walls are there. Calyx and corolla are the parts of, what should be the answer you write? They are the parts of essential walls of the flower. Okay, calyx and accessory walls. The first 2 walls, they do not take part in reproduction. They are called accessory walls. So number 1, fill in the blanks. Answer is accessory walls. Number 2, the female reproductive part of the flower is called Ganesha. Third one, dash is a sweet liquid produced by the flower. It should be produced by the flower. Answer is nectar. Nectar. Number 4, all the floral parts resided on the thalamus or receptacle. Number 5, if sepals are free, the condition is called polysepalous. Number 6, the brightly colored sepals are called petaloid. Number 7, the green colored petals are called sepaloid. And number 8, dash is the male reproductive part of the flower, embricium. And number 9, the arrangement of flower on the floral axis is called placentation. So today up to here only this chapter is complete. You can try review questions yourself, and then in the next class we will start with the 4th chapter, pollination and fertilization. So after watching this video, you can write your name in the comments as well as like. Thank you.